Hubbertville coach Lamar Harris. Coach, you've been at Hubbertville almost 40 years. Now you're in the championship round for the first time. Just what's this like for you and your community and your team?
Well, it's a great thrill. You know, personally for me, to have been coaching this long and never got to this point there, it's certainly a thrill for our team. It's something we've been shooting for a long time, and we've been close the last couple of years, and to finally make it is a great thrill. And our community, which is so supportive of our programs there at the school. Certainly football is a focal point of our sports program, and the great support we have there. I know that they take a lot of pride in what our guys have been able to accomplish.
On game day, you think anybody will be able to buy a loaf of bread in Hubbertville?
Well, probably not. I think that most of them are going to be there in Auburn there with us.
Just give people a snapshot of your team. When they see you guys play this week, what can people expect to see?
Well, they're going to see a team that's basically a running team. We run a hybrid of the wing tee offense, and we throw very seldom. We hope that when we do throw that we get a big play out of it, but you know, if we can make that 4 yards a lick, then we're on schedule, and that's the type of team you'll see on offense. Defensively, you'll see a team that plays basically man-to-man defense in the secondary, and that is very aggressive on the line of scrimmage, and you know, it's just a sound 4-4 team there on defense.
Maplesville played in the championship round last year, so they should have an experience factor there. How do you overcome that?
Well, I'm not sure you can. I mean, if they've got experience, they've got experience. Now, the thing that we've got to do is just to realize, you know, that it is a football game as we normally play on Friday night, as opposed to, you know, something way out there that we're not in touch with. Maplesville, you know, played very well in last year's championship game. We took our guys down to see it. Of course, they lost to Pickens County, but Pickens County was really good. And we know that they're a good football team, as you say, experienced in championship play, and will be a very, very good opponent for us.
You know, like I said, you've been coaching at Hubbertville almost 40 years now.
This is my 38th.
Have there been big changes in the game that you see, or do you think it's basically the same thing when you started?
Well, it's a lot more wide open game there now. You know, you have a lot of teams running the spread offense. Played Berry County in the finals of the North, and they play a wide open offense and have you spread out all over the field. So that is an addition to the game that you didn't see when I first went there. Basically, most teams back in that day were power running teams, and so that's been a big change. But other than that, I don't think there's been a great deal of change in the game.
And are there anything you'll try to guard against this week, preparing your team to play in the championship round for the first time?
Well, I think you guard against getting overly excited. And you know, your team is going to be excited. You got to guard against being overly excited, I think, because that leads to mistakes. And you know, we want our you're not going to have to say anything to get them motivated for the game. You just want them to play at a normal tempo, and I think that's the biggest thing you guard against.